In our last video, you watched us explore the beautiful island of Nuku Hiva while attempting to track down some boat parts.
We did not find the splicing tool. I sort of Hulk smashed the one that I had, unfortunately. This is kind of how it goes.
This week, join us for an overnight sail to Hiva Oa, where we welcome our family aboard.
That's just life on the islands.
I'm Holly. That's Ray. And this is our home, Sabado. Together, we've sailed the east coast of the United States, the Bahamas, and the Caribbean. Now, after completing a 27-day ocean crossing with just the two of us, we get to explore the remote islands of the South Pacific. Subscribe to tag along on the adventure. It is 6 a.m. and this is our view. Pretty spectacular, if you ask me. It's cyclone season here in the South Pacific, which means our cruising grounds are temporarily limited. So we've been anchored here in Nuku Hiva for quite a while. Typically, we'd use this time to tackle boat projects or complete some upgrades in anticipation of the next leg of our circumnavigation, but the lack of resources in French Polynesia has severely limited our productivity. So we've picked up a few new skills, never thought I'd be making my own cheese, taken in the local scenery, and are doing what we can using what we have. Gross, but I think it's working. We have somehow convinced my parents to come visit us out here, and we've been watching the weather for weeks and finally have a window to sail up to Hiva Oa, which is where they'll be flying into. So I think I need maybe one more cup of coffee and definitely some sunscreen, and then we'll get going. We stayed in one spot for too long. Look at all that growth. It's even on the anchor. Whew, stinks. Ugh. We're seeing a lot more wind than what was forecasted, like double. So we're gonna go ahead and set the sails and see what we can do with it. Woo, engines are off. There.
This is the Orca Display 2, and you know I like my gadgets. The cool thing about this is it's just one system, right? You get the core 2 that just plugs into the NEMA network, and then the Display 2, which is your navigation pad. And the thing about this is it connects to all your sensors on the boat for us, and that includes the autopilot, which is really cool because we can control the autopilot from this. You can probably see it turning. We can control it from our own iPads with their software, and we can control it with the iWatch too. Now that's not such a big deal for us because we do have all of our controls up here for the autopilot, but where this is really nice is as a backup for both this system, and we also have a backup autopilot that's not connected to this system that this will control, and that's super cool. The other thing that is super cool that you don't see in competing products is this will actually control the radar. It's also a little rough out here.
Yeah.
There you go. You can see the radar overlay there.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
Jeez, that screen is so bright.
I know. We're just starting to use this, and we're going to do a pretty in-depth video on the features and then some long-term usage. Now they sent this to us to try, but they don't have any. Orca doesn't have any say in the video or what we say about the unit. So we're going to give you our honest opinion on it. So far, super easy to install, super easy and intuitive to use. Let me just show you something here. It has our pullers, our wind pullers for the boat. So we're headed here, and if I click and hold and say navigate to and say start from where we currently are, it will plot a course based on our wind pullers. And now our wind pullers might be just a little bit best case scenario, we'll say, but it's not bad so far. You know, we're gonna try it on this trip, see how it goes, and we will report back.
Where are we going?
Hiva Oa. Hopefully, the wind's not cooperating. We're actually right now we're heading to Fiji.
Story of our lives.
I wish Orca could do something about the wind direction.
It's been a few hours and the wind has sort of died down. We've got 15 knots and we're going 5.5. You can see we sort of tacked back and forth for a while at the beginning here. And the sea state was pretty uncomfortable, but things are a little bit better now. We're still pointing pretty far off course though, so hopefully the forecast will materialize and we'll get a wind shift here soon. Hi. Hello. You guys have white noses. What's up with that? How's it going?
Pretty good. We're not getting the wind direction that we are forecasted to get, but kind of getting used to that. Probably add a good 8 hours to our trip, but that's okay. We're sailing, and it's beautiful. The weather's great. Seas are starting to calm down a little bit.
It's like a perfect temperature.
Yeah, it would be, you know, if the forecast, you know, develops a little later than normal, or than it was forecasted to, then we should have some relatively calm seas by morning, and we'll be in cleaner water, hopefully.
This is the best hack for cooking underway. I'm using an induction burner and I put a silicone baking mat between the pot and the burner so it's non-slip. Makes this so much easier. Would you look at that? That is quite the sunset. Wow. We just pulled in the jib and started an engine. The last time we were in Hiva Oa was when we were finishing our Pacific crossing. This is where we made landfall, so it feels kind of cool to be back. actually be pretty unpleasant. It gets super rolly in here. The water clarity is bad, and the dinghy dock situation is just suboptimal. So I think we're actually just going to get some rest today, clean up, and then we'll pick my parents up tomorrow and spend most of their time here in Tahuata. Rude awakening. We've got a National Geographic ship coming in, I guess. It's 5:30 in the morning. They launched a tender and told a bunch of boats to move out of their way. Luckily not us. We also just noticed that our dinghy is flat. Not a great start to the day. Guest cabin is ready. I tried to make a manta ray with the bath towel. Let the vacation begin.
There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by. It doesn't make it easy. The other piece of my heart moves slow. Somewhere in the greater moon. When I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am whole again? Wait, hold on, put me together, take me
My mom and I juiced a pamplemousse, made Jell-O shots with it. Yeah, you just eat it like an orange slice. I don't think we'll do that again.
Tonight, the table's hot. 600. I'll stick to 600.
Roll that last one.
feeling is all gone.
Wow.
If I could take you back to my youth, I'd show you what I wish I knew. My will is strong with a place to lean. In the moment I hung desperately. The other
It's a bit rainy today. What you got going up here?
I am installing a battery charger for the generator.
My parents packed this away in their luggage for us.
There's not much room in here.
Just a little boat yoga.
It used to be that the charger for this was shared with the engine start batteries, but it's just a really long run, so it never got charged.
So you were jump starting it every single time.
Right.
Hopefully no more. Generator is up and running and we're making some water. Productive. It's going. I'll hold it. Yeah, that's it for this week, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
We haven't been ignoring you. We've just been enjoying life. And
We have. That's just the reality of cruising, you know. Sometimes life is a little bit less eventful than other times, and we've been soaking it in.
yeah. Thanks for following along, guys.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
Bye.